Hey guys, WCU Cougar X. You probably saw in a previous video I did an unboxing on a primitive racing skid plate for the Fozzie here. And we got it out, checked out all the components, everything's good to go. Just got done completing the skid plate install on my VA STI. I got, I don't know, a couple hours left of light, and presently it's not raining. So I think we'll try to bang out this project. I think this one will be a lot low-key compared to the VA STI. With this particular one, I was modifying the plastic under tray in the engine compartment to make it compatible with a primitive racing skid plate. However, when I got this car, she had no such thing on her. So basically the whole open end, the whole bottom end is just open. And yesterday I went up to Tukwila, which is a good 2 hours away, to the Northwest Raleigh Association workshop. And on my way back, I hit a torrential downpour. I mean, rain. You could even see 20 yards in front of the car because the rain was just coming down so hard. Anyways, in the process of doing that, I had a Christmas tree go off on my instrument panel. Pulled a bunch of codes. All of them had to do with something electrical. I think too much water got up and under the engine bay and hit the O2 sensor plug and just wreaked havoc. So I was going to put this job off in order to do the oil pan and oil pickup, but I think I'm going to just go ahead and tackle that skid plate install now. So first things first, I've got to back the car up, get her up on these the ramps, and then we'll get to installing it. I think I'll probably just do it in real time. Okay, all right, stand by. All right guys, so we've got her in position and we got her up on the ramps. A little too close for comfort there. I wasn't really projecting it. Oh well, that'll still work. All right, so what do I already did an unboxing, but I've got all the hardware laid out. As I mentioned in a prior video, it's always good to lay out the parts that you plan on installing and make sure the hardware is all there. And from the looks of it, looks like we're good to go. So hardware is nothing more than the 4 bolts and 4 washers. Can't get any more simple than that. Here are the instructions. All right, so as I did with the STI, I just want to make sure that the holes that I'm looking at underneath the car marry up to what's here. So I always like to measure to see the pattern or the spread in between. So we got 14.5, and we've got about 2 3/4. All right, so let's go over here underneath the car and see what we got. Okay, so 14.5. Okay, so there's my 2 bolts. I assume that's probably where the under tray bolted, so we're going to use that bolt hole, and we're going to use this one over here. And I suspect, judging by the plate, so 2 3/4. All right, 2 3/4. All right, so it looks like we're going to be using this pair of holes in order to mount it. I mean, it looks pretty simple. I don't foresee any issues or problems. Yeah, so the instructions state to start with the front and then work our way to the front here. So, or did I say that correctly? Work our way from the back to the front. All right, stand by. Let me go get all this stuff. Okay, now that we're underneath the car, we've got the skid plate on our pizza boxes as to not scrape it all up. And simply just grab one of the bolts, and I would just run them up through these holes to make sure the threads are nice and clean, and to make sure you're not going to have any issues when you go to install your skid plate. Just in case if the previous person cross-threaded these things, so at least you'll know before you are trying to balance this 25-30 pound skid plate on your knees or on your hand or whatever. So kind of go through. You know, as I mentioned before, the skid plate or the under tray was not on this car, so I don't know how these threaded holes are. Okay, that was good. And just gotta take it slow, guys. Don't get in a hurry. It's just a skid plate. All right, so those all appear to be good to go. Now, because I am a one-man operation, I cannot hold this phone and try to mount a skid plate and try to drive in a bolt at the same time. So the prescribed directions, I actually read the directions, is to start off with the 2 lower holes using the 2 smaller bolts. And visually, you're able to look down and actually see the holes, versus here, you're not gonna be able to see anything, at least not on my car, because I've got this rally style lip on this car. So all right, so what we'll go ahead and do is I'll get those 2 bolts mounted and I'll come back to you to show you our progress. All right, guys, so I got the 2 rear bolts started. I don't know if you can see that, the lights, it's getting dark outside, but I've got them both started. Again, do not tighten these until you get the front ones installed. And then once you get them installed, there is some playroom that you can adjust it so it's squared up before you start tightening it down. All right, we'll move to the front ones. And I do also need to say, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but I did get the skid plate with the longer extensions for, you know, potential aftermarket headers down the road. So this is different than if you get it without the provisions for the aftermarket headers. You know, I just don't know what I'm going to do with this car down the road. I don't know if she's going to get a different motor, different headers, but I just want to plan accordingly and just have it there just in case. All right, we'll continue on. All right, so we managed to get the 2. Oh, I spoke too soon. I was going to say we managed to get the 2 bolts in, but I'm going to have to put that one back in, and then from there we'll square it up and then tighten her down and we'll see what it looks like.